Well, here is another design clearly based on circles, as you see for the entertaining area here, and parts of circles. That's an arc running through there, and this is also, the grassed area is also based on a circle. But even if we zoom in here and look at the vegetable garden area, the rectangles that form the vegetable beds consist of squares. So we've made a rectangle by joining two squares. Let's just take the block as it is and edit it, and we'll pick that rectangle there, and you can see it's a 1200 by 1200 square. So if we close there, and I hope you'll agree, that gives quite a strong design and underlying design for the spaces in this particular design. Well, here's a similar but slightly more complex design. There's a grassed area running through here, an overhead boardwalk leading to an area for someone in a wheelchair to move along that boardwalk and into this area for viewing the garden. And it's surrounded by some safety railing. So you can see here that the grassed area has been made up of part of a circle, a big arc, and then two lines that are tangential to that arc. The tool shed is a rectangle but consists of two 2500mm square. There's a landing pad here as someone in a chair moves down a ramp, and it's again a square. And through here the quite broad boardwalk consists again of a rectangle which is made up of a square part and half a square to give us the rectangle. So I hope you can see that the design principles we've been talking about can be applied using these stock standard shapes. And in that way we can create zones within a garden and give quite a strong focus to the design. Well, in the example you see here, the designer of the house used a cord through here to establish what will be a dining room. The designer has reflected that cord out into what will be a wisteria arbor, and then has a square area over here. So this is a combination of circles and squares. If we look at the actual images, the finished design there is over here on the right. So there's the curve coming around there to the edge of the garden, and 300mm galvanized poles to support some trellising above, ready for the wisteria in this case to form an enclosed canopy. And here's the view looking to this area over here, formed by a square, rectangular area with parts of squares. And finally, if we pan up a bit and we look from inside the house to the outside, you can see the furniture is using that circular arrangement reflected out here in the paving and the edge of the paving and so on. So the design is simple, but the implementation follows the sorts of principles that we've been discussing.